George Gareis.
Yes.
Thank you for sitting with me for this short interview. And my first question is very simple. When you think back to the very beginning, what was the first racing memory that still sticks with you all this time?
Well, I'd have to say the memories of my mom telling me about the memories of me being at the track right after I was born at Harmony Speedway in Flemington. And the first memory that I can remember for myself would be, playing in the dirt with my friends that became drivers and with our cars at East Windsor in Turn 4. Pat McBride and Mike Isles and all the guys, and Warren Alston, the flagger. We were all there as kids growing up, and we were all going to be race car drivers, and he was going to be a flagger, and it turned out everybody's dream came true.
Thank you. And what was it about racing that pulled you in? What was it? Noise, speed, dust?
I don't know. It was going to watch family members and friends that were racing. What drew me in is I guess I wasn't smart enough to find something else to do with my money and time. I just enjoyed it. It was exciting and it was fun, and it's like family, and you get to see certain family every weekend, and some real family that you have you never get to see, and your racing family you get to see every weekend. It's great. I got a lot of help from people when I started out, and that's why I try to help as many people as I can now.
And did you ever think that it would become such a big part of your life?
Wow, I never thought of it that way, but yeah, I guess so, because the people that I was involved with and the people that I was around, that was a big part of their life, and it seemed to be something I was interested in and liked, just the camaraderie and the friendships and the fun. I liked it.
And what do you think, what keeps people in racing for so long as you do it?
I don't know, I joke around and say mental illness, because we all have to be crazy to keep doing this. It's got to be something that you love, but you hate it at the same time. So it's that love-hate relationship, and it's either you just can't find anything else to do, or you just get used to it and you just keep on doing it.
Cool, thank you. And a lot of people only see the race itself, but what don't they see behind the scene?
Well, it's a lot of work and a lot of time away from your family, unless your family's also involved. And that's what's good. If your families get involved and everybody stays involved and your friends get involved, and like I did it, and then my friend John Bangs came around and then he started doing it with me. Now our sons do it, and Charlie was a friend of mine back in the day. He was one of my first employees I had with my landscape company, and then he started helping on the crew, and now his son's driving one of my cars. It's nice. It's family, and family sometimes fight, family sometimes gets along. No matter what you do, if you do it together, it's enjoyable.
How does this racing week look like from Sunday to Saturday?
Well, for us, since our car got destroyed here our first night, it's been a little less hectic. Charlie and his family, they work timelessly with the hours they put on the car. I could never ask for more as a car owner to have a driver and a family like that devotes their time. They make it a lot easier for me. They help me with my stuff. The Bangses, we've been together for so long, and it doesn't seem, it's a lot of work, but when you're doing it with the people that you know and you love and you're friends with, it just becomes a habit and something to do. It's not so much work as it is just something that you do and get used to doing every day. The week's long. If you're going to do it, you're working on it constantly. The racing season is long. It's not just on Saturday nights. It's every night of the week. Even in the off season, you think about what you're going to do, how you're going to do it the next year. You have all winter, and every winter you say we're going to get ready early this year, and you don't, because you have other things that you neglected with your family that you have to take care of over the winter. And then we drew in a lot of people. We got a lot of friends with Nico now is coming around, and the Morrises have been a tremendous help for our racing deal. They came in as new racers and just asked me for help one night, and I helped them, and now they're part of the family. So they provided a car for my son to drive, and they just got another car that he's going to be driving for them. So it's hard for us. This was going to be our last year here in New Jersey since we're moving to South Carolina. My son wanted to run modified, so we got the motor, and it just hasn't been working out quite right for us at this time. But hopefully we can get the rest of the season squared away here. We're going to be off next week, and we're hoping to get that other car back out. We have a new car. Again, the Morris has stepped up and got us a new car, chassis and body, and they're just a tremendous help, and they're just great people, and they're just all racers. They got involved with this because they liked it and they watched it. His father raced, and he always wanted to do it, so now his son's doing it. So it's just a group effort, and with all of us together, that's how we make it work.
Great. And have you ever had this feeling? Have you ever had this thought that maybe it's not worth it? Maybe I should stop?
Well, I've had that feeling and that thought several times. I injured my back. I broke my back once, and I thought I was done. And then my friends were still involved in it, and then I got back involved with it. I quit racing in 2000 to start my landscaping business, and then I started driving for other people that were friends that were still in the sport that I helped with, and I started driving their cars. And then I was driving for John Banks's sister and brother-in-law down in Florida. I broke my neck in a late model car in 2004, and that was kind of it for me. In 2006, my son's friend got a quarter midget, and he wanted to go quarter midget racing, so we made a couple cars, and that got it all started all over again for me. Then Johnny started racing quarter midgets, and we kept going from there.
Great, thank you. And let's talk about this place. What makes Bridgeport different from other tracks?
Well, the biggest thing with Bridgeport is it's an unbelievable facility. The track is fast. He provides a great track for everybody. It's just, I'm not on the track with the other guys. I just have to take the experience from the guys that are here. It's just, there's a lot less give and take here. You're hammered down all the way around the track as fast as you can go, but when something goes wrong, it goes wrong pretty quick. I think the respect in the racing has gone down a little bit. I always joke around, say it's because of simulator racing and these iGames or whatever they call them. I'm old, I don't know what that crap is, but you know, you can just hit reset when you're playing a game. You can't hit reset when you're in one of these cars. You're not going to get hurt sitting in your computer chair in your bedroom. And making a bad mistake or doing something wrong on a computer game doesn't cost you your life or someone else's life. It's reality here. It's tough. New Egypt, we love New Egypt. It was a little bit closer racing. The speeds, you had to like get out of it a little bit more. You had to show a little bit of respect because it was a little bit tighter. Here, it's wide open, and what I see is just there's no give and take. It just needs to be a little bit more respect for each other out there on the track.
Great. And what kind of driver succeeds here, from your perspective?
Well, you got to be tough. Again, that comes back to the respect. I mean, if you give respect, you'll get respect. These speeds, the track is fast. Again, this is a beautiful facility. I never got to race on this. I did get to take a car out. We rented the track a couple weeks ago. I got back in a car for the first time, and I think I got the bug again. So when we move, I might start again once I get to South Carolina. But it's just you got to be determined, and you have to watch and look down the racetrack here, and you can't take your time. You want to be aggressive, but you can't win the race if you don't finish the race.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. And do you think people fully understand how difficult it is to keep local racing track and local racing culture alive?
No, they really can't understand it unless you're in it. And again, even the fans, most of them are family and friends. The average fan, I don't think, is around anymore to just come to watch racing. There's other things that occupy people's time. Family, work. I mean, some people are working 2 or 3 jobs just to survive and keep their home, especially here in New Jersey. And the environment for racing isn't good here in New Jersey. Property values are worth more to do something else than have a racetrack. I mean, you have to do other things to subsidize it. You just can't survive on a Saturday night racetrack. I mean, you're parking vehicles and people get upset with that. people that own these tracks have to do what they need to do to keep this place open for us. Most of the time, they go through a lot of hardship just to do this stuff, and people like to bash the track or bash the car owner. That's not getting us anywhere. That's a simple thing to do, is put blame on somebody for something. But if we all stepped up and did our part, you know, things happen bad. The racetrack's fast. You're going to blame the owner because he made the track too fast? He made the track too nice. You're going to blame him for that? But when things go wrong, they're the easy person to complain about and to talk bad about. But that's not going to help racing. That doesn't help racing one bit. Yeah. And we're all racers. If everybody knows what it takes to do this game, and we're supposed to, sitting here with cars, they got to know what it's about for the people that own the tracks too.
Yeah, thank you for the insight. And you mentioned earlier that people either like you or they hate you. Have you always been somebody who says exactly what's on your mind?
Yes. I'm sure everybody will tell you. What I say is what I feel when I feel it. If I say something wrong and I can prove to be wrong, I'll admit I was wrong. I'll apologize. I'm pretty opinionated. I have a lot of opinions about a lot of things. And you either take it or you don't like it. You don't take it. My way of life seems to be a little bit coming around to me now, because you're either for something or against something. And now with social media, you can say whatever you want with the anonymity of no one knowing who you are. You can hide behind a computer. That's not me. I'd rather talk face to face with somebody. If somebody has a problem with me or something I've said, come talk to me. Yeah. We'll talk it out, or we won't talk it out. Or, you know, I'm a grown man. I've been in a few scraps in my life, and if you can take me, I'll take the beating.
Yeah.
So.
Good. And do you think racing shapes people mentally over time?
Well, absolutely. Just the devotion and the commitment you have to have a car and to do what you're doing, and you have to keep your head about you. You're out there doing the speeds that we do. It's not IndyCar, but it's certainly relative to what we do in the racetracks that we're on. Even with micros, the size of a car and the size of the track and the speeds they do, it's all relative. So anything you're racing, you're competing with is a race car. Some people say go-karts aren't race cars. If you're racing it against other people doing the same thing, the speeds, the size, and the track, it's all comparable. It's like any other sport. You have to hone your craft. You have to educate yourself. You have to be in physical condition to do this. This is no joke. I mean, it'd been 20 years since I've been in a car. I went out and did 10 laps practicing, and it was hard work. You kind of forget that. You sit in the stands, and as a past driver or whatever, you go, why didn't you do this? Why didn't you do? Every situation is different. It's easy to sit in the stands or watch on TV and say you would have done something different, or you would be better than somebody else, or they can't drive. Well, put your money where your mouth is. Come get a car, come out here and give it a shot and really see what it is. Again, everybody asks, why do I keep doing it? Why do I help everybody? Why do you see all these cars here? That some people call me a drug dealer. So, you know, I get them into my drug, and then they get involved. They slide right in. I mean, Carl Taylor, great family. Steve Taylor and Wayne and those guys. The very first car that I ever worked on was the 92, that vintage car that's on the track here. That is the actual car that I used to go and wash for Pat Shea on Saturday mornings, and then again on Sunday, and then again on Monday. And I had to have my homework done Monday after school to be able to go do that. I got an opportunity to drive that car. I mean, I'm so grateful and thankful I got to do that. That was a dream to do that. I got to do that a couple of weeks ago. And you know, Carl started. I met them at a baseball game, and we had a quarter midget left over laying around with the help of Mr. Bangs and Wade Roberson and the Taylors. We all got together and we got Carl in a quarter midget, and he started racing. We rented a facility not too long ago, and Carl got to drive a big car, and now he's hooked. So I wish I was still going to be here in the future so that Carl could drive rookies for me, but we're going to get him down to South Carolina and let him run a couple races down there once we move. And yeah, they're hooked. I mean, my son's boss started helping on the car. Now he has a car. It's addictive, and just the camaraderie and everything, and the thrill of doing it's very addictive. Once you get involved, it's tough to get out, but some people are lucky enough to get out.
Yeah.
You know, but
I understand that.
I'm too old and stupid now. I don't know any different. You know.
All right, and if a young racer come to you today asking whether this life worth living, what would you tell him or her?
Yes and no. I've enjoyed it. Is there other things I could have done, and maybe had more money in my pocket and done some other things, and it's what you decide to do. I wouldn't change a thing that I've done. I may have crossed a couple other bridges or not burned a few bridges in the past, but again, I wouldn't be here doing any of this if it wasn't for people that helped me. I'll give a word of encouragement. You let them know what it's all about. Let them get involved. Let them see. It might not be for them. Watching from the stands and then actually coming in here and learning about the cars and working on the cars and seeing everything you do might not be for them. So if you're considering racing or want to get involved, come on out and help. Just come to the track, go to your local garage. That's what I started doing. John Pinner was one example of somebody that I had the opportunity to help, and I mean, that's why my number is 92. So that Taylor car was 92, was the first car I worked on. John Pinner was a big influence, good and bad for me. Different things that I saw in life. I chose not to do certain ways, and certain things that I learned from him, I still do today with the race cars. His wife, Chris, and Leslie, I could say that I would not be here without them. It's very sentimental. Barry Shank, the owner of the A cars, helped me tremendously. My friend Mike Lyons, oh geez, we had cars together. He helped me when I was starting out. His wife actually thought my name was Anita for 5 years, because when I would go to the house, you know, they always say, Anita's here, Anita's here. And I showed up at the door one day and she yelled back to Mike, said, Anita's here. And I was like, why'd you call me Anita? I had to ask Mike, because every time you come here, it's like, I need a steering box, I need a tire, I need a wheel. So it was funny that his wife Irene thought my name was Anita for years. So that's the kind of memories I have. They're great. And you know, I got to help the Antal family, Dan Antal, Lynn and their son Mikey. It's just things that I learned, and what I got to do shaped my life and made me who I am and why I do this.
It's wonderful. And like last question, 20 years from now, what do you hope people still remember about a place like Bridgeport and people who raced here?
Well, I actually hope in 20 years from now they can still make new memories here. I hope that that New Egypt can survive and someone will take that over, so that new memories can be made. I have all my fond memories from Flemington and East Windsor and the old 5/8 mile here that I got to race on. I hope it's still around. I hope that I can go back and look at my memories and be able to tell people of the memories I had from there, and they can tell me the new memories that they've made.
I see. Yes. We all hope that it will never stop, because as you said, as you already said, it's like Rotary. You get in, and I hope that many people get involved here, and thankfully to people like you, like people who surround you, like your boys and girls who come here. And I really enjoyed this interview, and thank you for making it so easy.
Oh, I appreciate it.
I hope that in the future we'll meet again for broader conversations. And thank you very much.
Thank you.
Next time. Thank you, George.
Thank you. You do a great job. Thank you.